Part two. Part two. Y'all see part one. Go back to part one. We had little difficulties in part one, but we did get a lot done. We did get a lot done. So y'all can check out part one. But this is part two. Right at when it got to the end, people were saying they could not hear me. So we doing this part two to continue where we left off at the part where you could not hear. So hopefully this would be a little better. Let me check, make sure that everything is okay. I am so sorry about the part one. I think y'all got a lot into part one, and then it started acting up right at the end of it. Let me see. Let me. I'm gonna go to this here. Abby Lane, what's going on? Here come. Abby Lane, what's going on? Here come. Abby Lane, what's going on? Here come. I'm trying to see if it's still messing up. I'm trying to see if it's still messing up. I'm trying to see, do y'all hear echo? Trying to see, do y'all hear echo? Oh yeah, I was in the other room. That's why I was trying to adjust the internet. We had to reboot the whole internet. Can you hear me? Okay, they said it's good now. We had to reboot the whole internet. And they have some construction outside, but it's not supposed to be messing with the internet. They doing road construction out here, and it's not supposed to interfere with the internet, but we rebooted it anyway. And I'm trying to figure out kind of where y'all left off at in the last video. Thank you for coming back for part two. But I'm trying to figure out where it was left off in the last video. No, they above ground. Abby Lane. They above ground by the beach and all that. So they are above ground, but they doing some type of road work out here. And they pretty late too, because they supposed to went home by now, but But anyway, I know I left off at Cassie's thing. I really don't know where it started acting up at, but I know everybody started saying, "We can't hear you." I know they started saying they couldn't hear me. Um, Let me see. I'm just gonna start it here. Um, I'm just gonna start it. I'm gonna start it about. I'm gonna start it about. I'm gonna just start it about here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just start it about right about here. I'm gonna start it right about here to see. I'm gonna just start it about right here. And I'm gonna just start it about right there. Um, Let me see. I'm gonna turn this up and see. Can you hear me? Can I hear it? Let me see. I'm gonna turn it. Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it. So it is a big delay though. Oh yeah, I was in the other okay. And then it says, I'm just gonna start right here with there's a sidebar and the defense has Cassie clarify that I think y'all heard, I think they heard that one. I really do. I think that part wasn't cut off, but I'm gonna just start right here anyway. There's a sidebar and the defense has Cassie clarify that she said in an April 2025 meeting the challenge, the alleged R happened in 2018, not in September. So she had to straighten that out. They also asked if she saw Combs the day before sending the last text message and the one that she sent with a heart emoji. Let me pause this. Okay. Um, they said that she sent him a text message saying that she loved him and all that. She said, I think so. Cassie said she continued seeing Combs before because of their 10-year relationship. She and the defense asked Cassie if she still hates Combs. She said, I don't hate him. So she was saying she don't hate him. She don't know where they got that from. She don't. Cassie told attorney Combs used the alias Frank Black as some of the messages referred to FB. The defense showed Combs respond to Cassie's message saying he was trying to call her but was getting sent to voicemail. Another message showed Cassie respond, I know I look bad to you. I could tell I didn't turn you on yesterday. Okay, so they basically trying to point that Cassie really had no problem with Diddy, and that she kept running back to Diddy and sending heart emojis and all that. So when she was able to get away and has separated from him, she kept coming back to him. That's how they're trying to portray it on this defense side. The defense continued asking Cassie about text message between her and Combs about the alleged R word. In one exchange, Cassie told him she heard he was in a romantic relationship with a yoga instructor. Combs said he's not dating or going to dinner with anyone. Cassie didn't seem to believe him, and Combs asked, who does she think he's dating? I actually need to stop even caring, Cassie next text said. Do you want to start dating? If you are, let's just talk about it. Did he respond? So it's showing, they trying to show that even if Cassie was dating someone else, he don't care. He was like, if you dating somebody else, that's all good. You could date somebody else. I ain't got no problem with that. But I'm not seeing nobody right now, because she was asking, was he seeing somebody? And he was saying no. Okay, so later in the exchange, Cassie told Combs she chose her sanity over everything, and that she's finally sleeping well and gaining weight. Okay, so the defense attorney noted that Cassie did not say anything to Combs like, the last time we saw each other, you R'd me. In the next text, Combs told Cassie he's not a stalker and that she could focus on her sanity. So what they're saying is Cassie said that Diddy R-word her. And that when she talked to Combs after that, she never mentioned that to him, that you R-word me and I didn't like that or whatever. She never did mention that every time she talked to Diddy after that. So that's what they was basically trying to point out on that aspect of it. Cassie says she continued communicating with Combs after having S with him in September 2018. She said the last time she saw Combs was at a memorial for Kim Porter, who passed unexpectedly in November 2018 that he hosted in Georgia. The defense showed another text exchange between Combs and Cassie about her leaving the service. She told Combs she had to get to her grandmother and that she was hurt when he posted Porter was his soulmate. So I guess during that memorial for Kim Porter, Cassie was there. And then Diddy must have sent a post out during that time of the memorial saying that Kim Porter was his soulmate. And Cassie said she got a little upset about that, basically jealous that he would write something like that, that she's his soulmate. Abby Lane said, I'm so glad she finally got away from him and made a good life for herself. Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing she did do that. She needed that. She really did. She needed to, get away and stuff like that. The defense showed the jury a text message between Cassie and Combs after she was married. Sending you love and light. Have a dream. I have dreams about you last night. What a difference a year makes, Combs said. Have a blessed day, Cassie responded. Cassie told the defense she was pregnant at the time. In another text, Combs said, I miss my best friend. Cassie responded, miss you too. Thank you. Adding, she hoped he's taking care of himself and his family well. Combs texts Cassie that means a lot to him and that his kids and his mom are both okay. The defense asked Cassie if it's true throughout her relationship with Combs that they were friends and she didn't always consider themselves romantic partners. Correct, Cassie said. Okay, so they just basically showing another message the defense said was from Cassie, told Combs she doesn't hate him and that she wouldn't be at the point in her life if it wasn't for him. We're honestly lucky to be alive, Combs had text, adding he also wanted closure and to talk. You deserve the world. I'm glad you found someone. I sent this with respect for your marriage. Cassie told the defense they didn't end up meeting. When asked what Combs meant by lucky to be alive, she said, we did a lot of that street candy. Okay. So basically Cassie and Diddy, I'm just so glad they finally went their own separate ways, but it's a lot Diddy got going on upstairs that need to be he need to go through a lot more therapy. The defense asked Cassie if she saw Combs again in September 27, 2018. She didn't remember, but said sure when asked if a document refreshed her memory. So she did see him and they showed her a document. And then she said, yeah, or whatever. She did. Okay. She was asked if she received a FaceTime call while having bed activities with Combs. I did, she said. Cassie said she did not answer and that the caller ID showed it was her now husband calling. She also said she didn't know if her husband knew she was with Combs that night. Okay. And Cassie said she later told her now husband that Combs ordered her and that she believed he reacted by punching a wall. So basically, basically the prosecutors was just showing that her and Combs just keep on contacting each other, dealing with each other, even though it was a dysfunctional thing. And he was the way he was in a rage, and there was a lot of deep going on and all that. But she kept going back, even at times when she was away from him. She, I guess, want to come back to him. It was just a dysfunctional time for both of them. And then they was doing that street candy and all that. So prosecutors asked Cassie about her settlement with Combs over the R lawsuit after the defense suggested she canceled a tour because of the money she received after filing a civil suit. I was overwhelmed and couldn't continue at that point, Cassie said. I didn't want to be away from my kids that time. So they saying that when Cassie got the settlement from Diddy, she canceled all of her tour dates. And they said it was because of the money. And she said, no, it was because I just needed to be with my kids. It wasn't because of the money. That's what she was saying. So now they had one of the former music groups named Dana Kane. She was in a music group that Diddy formed up. And he also had that group on MTV reality show called Making the Band. And she got on the stand. And Dawn, she said that she worked for Combs from 2004 to 2011. Richard asks, she knows Combs as Puff. And when Axe pointed him out, she identified him in the courtroom. She also said she saw Cassie being, windmilled on by Diddy in 2009. She came downstairs screaming and belligerent and asking that, he was mad and he was asking where's his food, and proceeded to windmill on Cassie and started kicking her and all that stuff. So that's what the girl from that band said that she witnessed when she was there. And then you had a woman prosecutor that works with the feds. She works with Homeland Security. She's an investigator, special agent who works in a human traffic division at the department. So now they have this woman on the stand, okay? And she confirmed that she handled the logistics of Diddy's arrest on September 16, 2024. She says she searched the room at the Park Hyatt where Combs was staying. So they have this lady on the stand who said she is the one who was involved in arresting Diddy in September. And so she also said that, hold on. Okay. She also said on the stand that a bottle of medication with the name Frank Black was found in a Louis Vuitton bag on a nightstand in the bedroom. This is when they came to arrest Diddy in that hotel. You remember they got him in the lobby. Well, one of the investigators, federal investigators, said that he was the one that went upstairs after they arrested Diddy and searched the room. And this is the stuff that they said that they found when they searched that room. And that's when she said they found that medication with the name Frank Black on it. Remember, Diddy used that Frank Black when he go to hotels. That's what Cassie had told everybody, okay? But that's what she found in a Louis Vuitton bag on a nightstand. He had some medication. And then she testified the label on the bottle said the medication was, you know what that is. I just don't want to say too much on here. But it says 2 little bags with pink powder were found inside another bottle of medication in a nightstand in the bedroom. She also testified the pink powder in one of the bags tested positive for that stuff there, and the other tested positive for that MDMA, you know what, according to speculations that was read in stipulations that was read in court. So this is all stuff she says she found. The jury is seeing images from the search of Diddy's New York hotel room from his arrest. The images were taken by Bender, okay, the special agent currently testifying in Combs' federal criminal trial. The jury saw photos of the expensive Park Hyatt Hotel from Ziploc bags filled with Johnson baby oil. So they found a lot of stuff, and they said that he had that baby oil, lubricant, which were recovered from bags in an entryway closet. More bottles of baby oil and lubricant were found in the bathroom and elsewhere in the room, she said. The jury saw a photo of the collected oil. The jury also saw a photo of a lighting device that was found in the living room. Bennett said she would describe it as potentially mood lighting. Wow. A special agent also testified that $9,000 in cash was found in a black fanny pack hanging off the bed in Sean Combs' hotel room. The jury saw a photo of the fanny pack, and prosecutors' request, Bennett took the cash out of the fanny pack that was in an evidence bag, and she was fanning around to the jury to see all the money. The jury also passed around an evidence bag holding the 2 bags of that street candy and the pink powder and all that stuff. So they were showing the jury all that stuff, even the $9,000 that Diddy had in a fanny pack. Okay. And the special agent testified in Diddy trial that it appears a woman was staying with Combs in the Manhattan Hotel before he was arrested in 2024. Bennett confirmed that details when asked by defense attorney during the cross-examination. Okay, and then she left the stand. So they did say that it was a woman inside that hotel room with Diddy and was staying with Diddy at the time that he got arrested. So that's that right there. And then after she finished, she got off the stand. Defense attorney is up to cross-examine that special agent person who searched Diddy room, but basically time was up. Okay, the day was over with, and they didn't really have time to ask that prosecutor a whole lot of questions because it was the end of the day. So I guess they will continue asking her questions. The defense team, they will probably start asking her questions on Monday. Don't know. I don't know. But that was a lot of it. So, but they did find a lot of stuff in Diddy's room. You know, all the stuff that they found inside his room. So that's kind of all that I have. That was this was part 2. And I will see everybody Sunday because I will be here Sunday, most definitely. At 3:00. I do a live Sunday at 3. But in the meantime, I just wanted to finish it off because my internet, I don't know if those guys out there did something or not that's working out there, and they working overtime because it's getting late. But you know, I guess they was trying to get the job done too before the weekend, and all of a sudden the internet just stopped and froze, and people couldn't hear me. I was talking, but they couldn't hear me. So that's why I did this part 2. And the part 1, it stopped somewhere like in the middle, but I did talk about Chris Brown in part 1. I did give the update on him. I gave the update on Ryan's situation about his autopsy in part 1. I also talked about Halle and DDG update as well. And then I started on Diddy. Okay. In part 1. So love you all. Appreciate it. See you Sunday. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I'll be talking to y'all all Sunday for a fact. 3 p.m. Don't forget. Bye-bye. Sending love to you. Sending love to you.